Hey, my name is Ben. Thanks for stopping by. I've got something here that I'm highly skeptical of. We're going to unbox it. The WORX Sidekick WX066 has a working capacity of 300 pounds and a height of 32 inches. The tabletop itself is 24 by 24 inches, and the unit is fairly lightweight, coming in at 13.6 pounds. So stick around with me, and I'll show you how the unit sets up and what it's all about. What we have here is a portable work table, and previously, I don't know, it just seems like, you know, typically you can find some way to get by without it. But this was on sale, so I picked one up. I'll link in the description if you're interested in looking at it. So it has a couple of little rubber straps here that just hold it on. They pop off fairly easily, as you can see. And then this opens up, and that reveals our base here that this thing is supposed to stand on. So we'll get that set up. So this feels fairly heavy duty here. It's got, just kind of unfolds like so. This is all metal. It does unfold, and then it stops. You can't overextend it. Somehow they've got it figured out so that it only goes out a certain distance. And on the top of each one of these legs, there's this locking mechanism, and they all look to be aligned with this orange part down below. So we can grab our tabletop and theoretically sit it on top. Doing this one-handed, but oh, there it is. Whoa! That dropped down there a lot easier than I was expecting. I was expecting to have to, I don't know, wallow around with it a little bit. So then we just turn these locking mechanisms, just like so. And there you have it. It's all locked in place. Actually, it has a very surprising amount of rigidity, like when I'm pushing it back and forth right here. This way, it very much is sturdy thanks to those cross members. It does not move back and forth or wobble like pretty much any other table. This hinge here on the top is really nice and tight, these seams are. And they've got some holes in here. I imagine it's for there's some accessories that come with this thing. And they're mounted right underneath here. These little locking clips. So this is pretty neat here. They have on here, I think you can see it, the different sizes of different pieces of lumber, depending on where you want to lock it in on here. So let's put a 2x8, this width right here. So we put one of our locking clips in right there, and right over here. And then the same thing on the opposite side. And now obtain a piece of 2x8. And then set that up on here. It actually works better to set it here and then put the second clips in. And those are that's like a perfectly snug fit there. Now what's really nice about this is that basically I've given myself now a surface. I mean, you could do this a couple different things that would be useful, but the main thing is that you can hold the board in place and work on the board itself. Or, in my opinion, the more valuable feature is that you can use this surface here now to do something where you're going to beat up the surface itself. So if you're cutting other boards and you want to cut over the top of it, you can do so without worrying about damaging your $50 table or whatever this thing costs, somewhere around there. So that's what I like about that, and it's very, very much sturdy. And they've got spots for 2x4s, 2x8s, 2x6s, 2x10s. I think that's all that I see here mainly. And then they've got a built-in tape measure here, which is just kind of sweet, slick, handy. And a couple little divots here. Right here there's a spot where you can throw screws or whatever else you have that you're working on. I've reconfigured my little pieces here. I'm gonna set you down there and just show you. This is another one of these units. You know, why buy one when you can buy two, right? So watch this. This is pretty crazy. So when you open this up, it just totally stops right there. It stops exactly where you need it to stop. So it's ready for the unit to be set on top. Just like so. Well, the ground underneath me here is a little bit uneven, and these, there we go. Now we're ready. So we'll lock this one together, and then I'll show you something even neater. Pull these little brackets off of here. Just two of them. Here's a second one. There's rubber, so they come off pretty easy. And then slide the tables up next to each other. And like I said, my ground is a little bit uneven here, but if my ground is a little more even, it'd be even easier. And even easier. There you go. These little rubber pieces lock those tables right together. So, I mean, obviously it's not the same as having it screwed together or anything, but it is locked together. So now we have a, what is it, 2 foot by 4 foot area to work. So, oh, that's pretty decent, I'd say. So we've got it placed across both tables now. So you'd have a total of 8 of these clamps between the two tables. Now you could do all sorts of configurations. So it works pretty good. Now they say that these can hold up to 300 pounds each. So I'm about 200 pounds. I'll just give it a little test here. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this isn't my last video. Taking off the shoes. Don't want to get the new table dirty. Oh. I hopped up there pretty aggressively. Wow. Okay. All right. So there's 200 pounds kind of evenly distributed between the two, somewhat. Now standing just on the plastic here, there's a little bit of deflection, but not very much really. Now I'll move totally over to one table. We'll throw this board off to the side. Standing dead center on this table, full 200 pounds. Like I said, a little bit of deflection, but not a lot. And look at this, okay? I'm not dancing, but closest thing to dancing that I do. Shifting my weight back and forth, left to right, forward to back, and it does not shift at all. It's just like it's totally glued to the ground. And that's a lot to say for any table, let alone a little dinky 13-pound or however much these things weigh work table. That's supposed to be a temporary setup. So, wow. So far I'm impressed. Like I said, I'm not really the type of guy that buys these sorts of accessories normally. So, I'm really excited about it though. I think it has a lot of potential. And then it could do it could be pretty helpful for a lot of the projects I'm doing, especially like knowing that you can stand on them like that, and you can almost use it like as a platform. I'm not sure that they recommend that. They probably don't, but anyway, wow. So I think this is gonna be terrific. My particular uses that I have in mind are number one, I would say, for just having it around the general work site, but more specifically right next to your miter saw. Like my miter saw or chop saw does not have any spot to set anything, and so having this close by to that just to set stuff temporarily seems pretty fantastic. The other thing that I think I'm going to use it for a lot is for holding my camera gear and video gear, because a lot of times I'm out trying to take videos of things, and I've got to lay my gear in the grass or somewhere else because I'm far away from any nice, decent surface to work on. And I think this is going to work pretty good for that, and I can modify it to suit my needs. Basically, you could have a 2x6 or a 2x8 that's purpose-built. If you need stuff to be mounted to it, you could just have that and latch it onto this table, and it'd be super awesome. The other thing that I'm excited about it for is fishing, camping, those sorts of things, where you can have a table that fits in your hand. And obviously it's not big, but it's big enough to help out a whole lot. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. If this video helps you out, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos like this one. We'll talk to you in the next video.